Congratulations and surprise Sharon Leska for their milestones. Sin has reached 1,000 and Sharon 500, which they're both a little over now. So congratulations. I know this is so much work, but it is so well worth it. And I'm so happy for you both. So today I have 2 cards for you. The theme was Celebrate. And this first card here, I just ink blended the background with Hero Arts Ombre ink. And this one was Light to Dark Peach. I thought it would be neat to see how that worked. Trying to get all 3 colors on my blender brush. And it was okay. I think there wasn't that big of a definition in color, but I can see it. And then I just sprinkled a little bit of water on there. Now this is not a reactive ink, but it was kind of interesting because when I did put the water on, it kind of gave it like a raised effect, which was kind of neat. But it needed something else. So I did pull out my Gansai Tambi watercolors, and I'm just going to flick on some white and some black. First I tried with my watercolor or my water brush, and it just wasn't working. There was just, again, too much water on it and coming out, so I couldn't get the deep white flecks, so I had to move on to a paintbrush. And I just flipped over the lid and did some of my flicks into there, and then I just wiped it. I don't use the lid for anything. I can't read it, so it's a quick little box lid to use. And then I'm going to put that away. I do have to say, probably a lot of you shop on Amazon. When I bought that, I did look on Amazon and it was expensive. So I put it on my wish list and I just kind of sat and watched it. And then one day I saw that the price had gone down like a crazy amount. Like it was like $19 if I bought it from the Amazon warehouse. And it just said packaging might be damaged. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to try it. And I am so glad I did. I bought it. There's nothing wrong with it. The package looked fine. The paints were fine. Like, it wasn't used. It was an awesome find. And I also, I bought my Nina paper that way. Like, 2 of the papers were damaged. Nothing else was. So if you're looking for some deals, I do highly suggest that looking at their warehouse deals, or just, putting in your wish list and then putting in your cart. So here I am. Sin did a video with a Concord 9 set that had the little monster in there. I didn't have the exact same set. This was actually one of the Stamptember collaboration sets. With Simon Says Stamp and then Concord 9. So I pulled out this little monster. She did a kid's birthday card, but I'm going to do a Celebrate card with balloons. And she did a technique in this from Sandy Allnock, which was called glazing. So you're going to color your image, and then you're going to take a lighter marker and go over either the whole image or the parts of the image you want to get a different look, and it'll change the color of your, animal, flower, whatever you have. So I did that on this because I had never heard of that before, which is surprising because I do watch Sandy, but I must have missed that one. So I wanted to try it out. So I just ended up doing his face and his belly with it. And I probably could have picked a little lighter of a color, but I was kind of afraid to ruin him. So you see there, I was just trying one of them out and it was just too huge of a difference and didn't work. So here I was just putting some light coral over his face and belly to see. And I mean, you can tell a difference. So it was pretty neat. I will have to play with that technique some more in the future. So I didn't really color so much on him as I just did little flicks to make him look fuzzy, or, rough edged like a monster. I didn't want like a smooth fur. And I did start out wanting to just do this as a no line coloring, but I had to draw in his face, and then I just felt like it needed some of that black marker. So I just grabbed a Sharpie and I went over the areas I wanted to, and I darkened up his face, and I liked it so much better. So then I pulled out my the Greetery stamps, and I bought their balloon bouquet stamps. The stamp that goes with the die set is always sold out, so I have yet to get my hands on it. So I only have the dies, but I love the balloons. I think they're so pretty. So I took out some Stampin' paper that I've had in my stash, for a long time. I think it was like a birthday paper. If any of you are familiar with Stampin' Up, you've probably seen it before. I don't know what the name of it is because I didn't keep the packaging, but I thought this would work so well with this. So I picked out a few of my favorites that would go with the background. But then as I was putting the balloons on there, I really did not like how that looked with the monster. So I decided I would use him on my second card, and make this card just with balloons. So they also come with the string die. So I'm going to cut that out with navy blue cardstock. And then I'm also going to cut out, it came with a highlight area, which I cut out in white, it was so nice. I love their stamps and dies. I have been squirreling away and buying them when I can. I have not used a lot of them yet on camera, so I want to start playing with them. And they're made great. I love their inspiration. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So as I go along here, you're just going to see me cut these out. I'm going to use my Altenew mini die cutter, which works awesome. I would recommend it. And I'm going to cut those out and then get those glued on. So in the meantime, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this hop. So Sin did know about this, and she is giving away a $25 gift card to her shop called Stampin' Munchkins. I'm going to have the links down below in my description, and I apologize. My puppy is going crazy with something outside, but I'm going to try to ignore him. So then as well, we are giving away two $25 scrapbook.com gift cards from Catherine Kelly, one $25 to Not Too Shabby, and one $25 for 7 kids from Marla. So this closes August 22nd, and the announcement is going to be made August 23rd on, on Sin's channel and also on Marla's channel. I did not read, I'm not sure about Catherine's, but she will probably have an announcement as well for the scrapbook.com. So I will put some of that information down in my description box so you can see it there. And I just use, back to my card, sometimes I just grab whatever glue is the closest. So for that one, I was just using my Avery Elle adhesive. It works the same way all those little tube adhesives work. I can't tell a difference between, all of them I think are kind of the same. I'm not sure, but I have Avery Elle's, I have Gina K's. I think those are the only ones I have as far as those. And then I tend to more use my Brutus Monroe, which is a clear glue, and it's a lot bigger, and I really enjoy using that one. But this worked just fine. So I'm going to put those highlights on the balloons there. And I just love how this came out. This is how I craft sometimes. Like, I have this picture in my mind, the story behind a card that I want to make. And sometimes it just does not work out the way I think it's going to. So, but I think it came out pretty cool. I really liked it in the end. But it all came from watching Sin's video. and seeing her use that cute little monster there and making a birthday card out of it. So I'll have her link down in my description if you want to check that video out. And then Miss Sharon Luska, I know she likes to play with inks and all sorts of things. She likes to be very inventive in her crafting, and I appreciate that. Sometimes I'm not a person that will think so much out of the box or know to, like, one of her favorites of mine was when she used Vaseline with alcohol inks. I would never have thought of that. So, it's fun to watch other people's videos because you can learn so much, or, they use something a certain way that you never thought of. And I really enjoy that. So here I am taking a heart out of the stamp set and I am just stamping that all over the background there. And I use the same Ombre Hero Arts ink to do that. And I just wanted those hearts to come up a little bit over his head, just on the bottom half there. And those hearts, they will fill in a little bit as they dry. I did try to condition that stamp, but for that one, I don't know. I just couldn't get that great of an impression out of it. But sometimes I don't mind because it just looks like it's distressed. So this was from that same paper pack from Stampin' Up! That I used for the first card. And I just popped that little panel up. I backed it with the navy cardstock. And then I used another piece of pattern paper to cover the card base. And then I'm going to prop up my little monster there and put him by the hearts. And both of these cards, I just used the Congrats stamp that also came in the stamp set with the little monster. And I think you can use it for birthday, for a fun anniversary, or just to celebrate, whatever you're celebrating. I think it can kind of go for a bunch of different themes. And I use that same balloon die set there and same navy cardstock. I had the stuff out, so might as well use it. And I really like those colors in this paper pack, the navy and the yellow and the apricot and orange. I really like how they all go together. So since I did pop up the monster, I did have to pop up the tiny little string. I was able to get a pretty thin strip of it, and I don't think it's that noticeable. You can see a little bit by his hand, but I don't think it's that bad, so I went with it. So I did pull out my jelly roll pens just to darken up his face a little bit and put some white on his teeth. And I did, of course, had to use my favorite glitter marker. And here are some pictures of my cards. Congratulations, ladies. I'm so excited for you, and I will see you again soon. Bye.